Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thanks very much for coming. My name is Rod Staples. I'm the Secretary of Transport for New South Wales. And can I welcome all of you here today. Firstly, and very importantly, can I just acknowledge we are meeting on the land of the Gadigal, the traditional custodians of the land in which we're meeting, to pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging leaders, and to also welcome every single Aboriginal person that is with us today. A really exciting day for all of us. Can I just acknowledge whether you have been involved in the original conception of this new service, whether you've been involved in the building of it, whether you've been a community member or a business member, whether you're a tram spotter, no matter what role you've had along the way, it's fantastic to be with you here today to celebrate a significant milestone in the commencement of a new service for this city, which will serve us for not only years but for decades to come. This morning we're going to hear from the Premier, the Minister for Transport and also the Lord Mayor. But before we do that, I'd like to invite Uncle Ray up to give us a welcome to country. Thanks very much, Uncle Ray.
Well, good morning everybody, and to Uncle Ray, thank you for welcome to country. Can I acknowledge country and also pay my respects to elders present, past, and also to the future, which is very important, because today is very much about the future. And there is no doubt, I particularly want to thank the Premier and the Lord Mayor. I know certainly in terms of this project, the role that Gladys played in its inception to ensure that we got it underway in terms of the build is absolutely remarkable, and it's changing the city forever. And it's going to be a phenomenal project for so many, over many generations to come. The trams should never have been taken out. Everyone's nodding. So we put them back in. So it's absolutely tremendous. And I know certainly, and I have met some gentlemen this morning, there's no footboards on this project. So no riding it on the side. Health and safety. Can I also just echo to Rod just in terms of the people who've been involved behind the scenes. There has been hundreds of meetings which I've been involved in over the years, but can I particularly thank Steve Pascal, who is the project lead from our team in government. The ever dynamic Mark Prendergast, particularly as well. Mark was involved in organising the city on quite a number of occasions, and to Mark and Steve, your team. Also from the project side, can I particularly acknowledge Alltrack? I know James Bradley's here and Glenn Bentley. I'm not sure where you guys are, but thank you for Alltrack and what you've done from your team. The builders actually, I know Bede Noonan and Fernando are here. Thank you to also your team, Alston, Transdev in terms of the project, but also the City of Sydney. The City of Sydney also has made an enormous contribution. Clover is going to speak a minute, I will introduce her, but I want to particularly also acknowledge the council. So now I get to introduce the Premier of New South Wales, and it's always a very real and important privilege to be able to do so. I know certainly working very closely with my friend that to see this state come alive like it has is something which is truly remarkable. The state, particularly the city, has been a construction zone over the last couple of years. But the steadfast nature of government to make sure that we kept the city moving, we've delivered more transport services into the city than ever before. But to be able to follow Gladys as the Transport Minister has been something which has been a real honour and privilege. Something that you won't know though is that during construction I found out that I had a secret helper. And Glad's father, Mr. Berejiklian, would quite often travel into the city, find a construction zone, and go up and talk to the workers, and then report back to the Premier about how things were really going. So I took great joy in that. But I do want to thank Mr. Berejiklian for his assistance, and I know certainly everybody helped. And here we are today in 2019. So I'm now going to welcome the Premier of New South Wales to come and open this beautiful train.
Thank you, Minister Constance, for your very modest and generous comments. It's deeply appreciated. But before I speak more broadly about all the wonderful teams we need to thank this morning, can I also thank Uncle Ray for the wonderful welcome to country and acknowledge the traditional custodians on whose land we stand and pay our respects to them. It is a wonderful day today in Sydney. It's a wonderful day for New South Wales. And as Minister Constance said, today is a day when we reflect on the people who had the vision, the people who delivered the project, and the people who've supported us during the way to make it come to life. And one thing I've learned in public life is a vision only becomes reality when there's team and teamwork. And that's exactly what this project has demonstrated, because in tough times and easier times during the project's construction, good people have come together to make what we see today an absolute reality. And I want to thank firstly those people in Transport for New South Wales in the early days who supported the government's vision and drew up the plans. I want to thank also the Premier at the time who accepted the vision, Barry O'Farrell, the Treasurer at the time, Mike Baird, who supported the vision, and of course Minister for Transport Andrew Constance, who's seen it come to life. But also to the literally thousands of men and women who spent many hours, toiled away assiduously for a number of years to make this a reality. And what we have today is the start of a network, a major network, which is transforming our city, which all of us agree is the best city in the world, and transforming our state. And I'm so excited to see the light rail now form a more broader part of our transport network. And that's what we're seeing happen today. But for many of the young people here today, they'll grow up knowing that we have a city that's integrated, that's modern, that's always looking to the future. And can I especially thank Minister Constance for his years of focus and his team. To the Mayor, Clover Moore, who was there in the early days and supported the government's vision and supported this becoming a reality. And also to Rod Staples and every single person in Transport for New South Wales, because when you have a major project like this, that's very top of mind, that's literally going down the main boulevard in our nation, it attracts a bit of attention. And no matter whether you worked in the light rail team or not, everybody was impacted by this project. And for that reason, we owe a huge debt of gratitude for everybody in transport and also for everybody in every government agency that supported this work coming to fruition. But actions speak louder than words, so I don't intend to say much more. Just to say a huge thank you to everybody in the community for your patience. Can I thank everybody for your patience? And I think that the people of New South Wales, the people of Sydney, whether you live, work or come to visit here, have been extremely patient with us, and today's the day we thank them as well. But I'm incredibly proud that this project is a demonstration of vision, it's a demonstration of resilience, a demonstration of hard work, and also of a bright future. So congratulations to all involved. Thank you to everybody who supported the project and everybody who's come on board since. And I'm hoping after today that everybody will appreciate the significance of this to the broader community. Thank you very much, everybody.
I'm now going to invite the Lord Mayor up to say a few words, and in doing so, can I thank Clover and your team at the City of Sydney. City of Sydney has been a partner with the state government in the delivery of the project, and I can assure you that Clover has been driving me very hard over the amenity around the project, from trees to paving, you name it. Clover has been there driving great outcomes in terms of the project. So Clover, please.
Good morning, everyone. I too would like to acknowledge the original custodians of our land, the Gadigal people, the Eora Nation, and pay my respects to their elders, both past and present, and also thank Uncle Ray for his welcome. I am very excited about today. Today is a realisation of a vision for a pedestrianised, tree-lined boulevard in the heart of the global city. It will be transformative. Indeed, it is already transformative. Once that infrastructure for the construction came down, the people took back George Street, particularly around Town Hall. I've had a concert outside my room every day. The city was pleased to contribute $220 million to this project for the public domain, for the tree planting, for the paving, for the street furniture. Not all the street furniture will come in until the streets return to the city and as the owner have completed their work. The tree is a Zelkova serrata, or a green vase, and you can see them behind us. And we did, Minister, follow each tree by tree, to make sure it got planted and it had deep soil. Council, together with the business community, lobbied for this project. And I want to thank the Premier for championing it when you were Transport Minister. And I want to thank Minister Constance for championing it through to completion. We have appreciated working with you and with your team. We have had many, many meetings. We have many, many challenges. And today we see it happen. And it's very exciting. Thank you.
All right, we're getting closer to the moment. Can I please invite the Premier and the Minister back up to unveil the plaque. Thanks very much.
Premier, what are the lessons that you learned from digging up George Street for the next project in Parramatta? You'll be digging up Church Street.
Yeah, I think there's always lessons you take from one project to another, but can I say that no street in Australia is like George Street, and no street in Australia has that couple of hundred years of building on building on building. So George Street was an exception. It had its special unique challenges which don't really exist anywhere else. But we also learned a lot about persistence and detail and courage and vision and a whole range of things that you take into new projects. But today is a day where we thank everybody and we look forward to continuing the transformation of our wonderful state. I mean, this project is special. It's opening today, but it's one of 700 across the state in our rural and regional communities across Greater Sydney. And today is a day where we think about those in other parts of New South Wales who are doing it tough today, but we know that our program of building is touching every single citizen throughout the state.
Will you offer assistance and perhaps compensation to businesses in Parramatta that are affected by
I'll ask them
light
to
rail?
comment on that, but happy to say that the conversation with business starts before anything's in and dug up. It's a long process and
Yeah, look, we've delivered Newcastle light rail as well. So two projects we've now got in City and of course Newcastle, and of course the Premier also extended the Inner West light rail. I mean, people are flocking to trams. So the trams are back in George Street and get on board. In terms of Parramatta, we've started construction there. It's a very different project, as the Premier said, and we've been working proactively with the business community there in advance. But we did help the businesses out in George Street, Berejiklian Street, and Kingston. The average payout's been about $215,000 for those who've been successfully applied, over $40 million into money. But Parramatta's a very different building. It's very nature of the construction is very different compared to this project. So, we saw with Newcastle in and out 12 months, and in terms of the phase of those construction zones out of Parramatta, it's a very different project.
Premier, you mentioned thanking the public. Can you guarantee there won't be ongoing issues with this project?
No, we know from history that it takes some months to embed a new service into the network. We've always had a vision of towards one network where we have a fully integrated transport system. And we always expect challenges, especially in the first few months. But the Minister and his team have been really setting out the important safety message which we reiterate today. You can't always hear the light rail vehicles coming down the street. Please be alert, please be safe. We don't want to see anybody injured because they're not paying attention. So that's an important message for us to get out as well. But of course, a new system always has challenges, and I expect there to be why it makes it so beneficial to the broader transport network. All of us can remember what George Street was like in the 80s. That was horrible. And it was only going to get worse because as we need more buses, where were they going to go? So we needed a transport solution. We needed a vision for the city. And what I love about this project, it's not just delivering the transport solution, but it's also made this George Street one of the nicest boulevards in the world, I think. I think you can compare this now to any other major street in the world. I'm proud of this boulevard in Constance. Sorry? Oh, well, around 30 minutes, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, jump on and you'll come with me. But it's around 33 minutes and looking forward to the journey.
Okay, last week on Sunday, we revealed the highway contractors. Are you concerned at all that a company that the federal government required from the Berejiklian network has a contractor in the train?
I can respond to that. Look, it really is a matter for Sydney Trains to respond to that, but we're guided by the national government in terms of the arrangements, particularly through everything from the Foreign Investment Review Board to any concerns that they have. So obviously any state agency will need to follow that. Sydney Trains is part of that. So I'd ask you to talk to our colleagues. Today we're going to celebrate Light Rail.
Minister, I mean, is it the case that
That's an observation.
the company is a concern to the federal government and will that be a concern to you? Will you sign a future contract?
We will follow and be guided by, obviously the security agencies at the national level, and that's my expectation of transport. And ultimately all the agencies within them. There's quite literally hundreds of thousands of contracts signed every year on interstate, no doubt. And I don't sign every contract that the agency undertakes and appreciate. But well, again, let's be clear. Ultimately, our economies will respond appropriately as is required, and my expectation of him, as it is through Rod Staples, that we meet the requirements of the national government when it comes to security.
Have you had any meetings with him since that matter?
Mate, I've been in my election before, and that's the appropriate place for me to be. And Rod Staples and our economies need security workers to help.
Just sorry, one more.
The final price tag for this project is only $2 billion. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that that's quite substantial? Look, the budget for this project is always $2.1 billion, and yes, we've gone over that budget, and we had contingency, what we call contingency, which means we had set money aside in case things went wrong, but we assumed it would be a difficult build. I mean, we've never ever pretended this would be an easy project, but nothing that's worth it is easy. And if you look back to the Sydney Opera House or the Harbour Bridge, there were people at the time that said it shouldn't be built and it was cost too much money. And look at those things now, they're icons. And I think the light rail in our CBD will be iconic moving forward. And yes, the budget was $2.1 billion, now it's over that. But also in relation to the timing, I know a lot's been said about the finishing time. We always said that it would be done earlier this year between March and May, now it's December. In other parts of the world, it's taken years and years over time. So I'm not suggesting this project's been perfect, not at all. But certainly when you compare the experience of other cities around the world, we've done okay.
One more. The ICAC commissioners said that the severely underfunded law enforcement commission is similar.
Oh look, I've been listening to what the integrity bodies have been saying, and it's been a number of those bodies, including the Electoral Commissioner, and we've been hearing their concerns. And what I've asked, of course I get advice from my department, but I've asked the Auditor General to do an independent assessment to give me the government advice on what the funding levels should be of those bodies and what financial arrangements we should have with those bodies. So I've actually asked her to have a formal look into that. I hear their concerns. Certainly, just to put things in perspective, over the next 4 years, those bodies will be getting in excess of $900 million of support. And if we need to do more, of course the Auditor General will give us that advice. But I've asked her to give us a good, fresh, robust look at what each of those bodies should be remunerated and what the arrangements should be.
Do you think it's appropriate to subject watchdogs to the efficiency dividend?
Well,
Yeah, well, I think it's really a difficult question to ask because, especially when the state's facing a deep drought, when the state's facing major challenges, we need to ask everybody to do their bit, and that's what we'd asked. But that's a matter for the Auditor General. She'll tell us what she thinks. She'll tell us whether what we've done is fair or not. And if there's more we need to do, of course we will, because we support a robust integrity process in New South Wales, whether it's in our voting processes, whether it's in corruption issues, no matter what it is. We want those bodies to keep doing what they're doing at the level at which they are. And the Auditor General's best placed to give us a little bit better advice on what that should be.
Premier, quirky question. There's a local pub that's throwing a tram
I've heard
party.
about that.
Yes. Free beer if it makes it on time, which it looks like it will.
Depends how many questions you guys ask.
Yeah. what will you be drinking? Free beer or free wine?
I say good on them. If it's the next few hours, it'll be a Coke Zero. But but after that, who knows? I might have a celebration drink, definitely.
Lastly, Transport for New South Wales as well. This weekend.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, look, our rural communities are doing fairly tough, and obviously with the Fair Free weekend, we're calling on anybody who's coming down and catching the tram, please just make a contribution to rural aid. I really need rural aid to be supported by the community this weekend. With drought, with fires, with the water shortages, our farming communities deserve support. So this is a great way for Transport for New South Wales with rural aid to be able to try and get Sydney to dip into their pockets and make that contribution. So please get out and support rural aid. There's collectors of support right along the light rail route, so it's great news. And I want to thank rural aid for coming forward.
Great, thank you everybody.
Right, thanks.
Enjoy the ride.
Sure.
Yeah.